Germany, historically known as the economic powerhouse of Europe, finds itself in a state of unprecedented political and economic upheaval. The collapse of the traffic light coalition government, compounded by the return of Donald Trump to the U.S. presidency, the Ukraine war, rising energy prices, and intensifying global competition, threatens to push the country into deeper economic crisis. This comprehensive analysis explores the underlying causes of Germany's political instability, the impact of global developments on its economy, the challenges faced by the automotive sector, and the role of demographic shifts and immigration in shaping the country's future. Germany, Europe's largest economy, is currently navigating a perfect storm of internal political instability and external economic pressures. The collapse of the traffic light coalition, which comprised the Social Democrats, SPD, Free Democrats, FDP, and the Greens, comes at a time when the country is already grappling with the fallout from the Ukraine war, rising energy prices, and declining industrial output. This political crisis coincides with the unexpected return of Donald Trump to the U.S. presidency, adding a layer of complexity to Germany's economic and geopolitical challenges. As Germany heads towards new elections, the stakes are high. The country must confront a myriad of issues ranging from structural economic reforms to managing its aging population. At the same time, it faces increasing pressure from global competitors, particularly in the electric vehicle (EV) market, while struggling to maintain its leadership in the automotive industry. The Traffic Light Coalition, formed in 2021, was a fragile alliance between ideologically diverse parties. Social Democrats, SPD, led by Chancellor Olaf Scholz, focusing on social welfare, public investment, and a green energy transition. Free Democrats, FDP, under Christian Lindner, advocating for fiscal conservatism, deregulation, and tax cuts. The Greens, prioritizing climate policies and sustainability, pushing for ambitious green reforms. The coalition's collapse was triggered by irreconcilable differences over fiscal policy, particularly the debt brake, Schuldenbremse, that limits Germany's ability to incur public debt. Chancellor Scholz proposed increased borrowing to fund essential investments in digital infrastructure, education, and renewable energy. However, Lindner's firm stance against suspending the debt brake led to a political deadlock that the coalition could not overcome. Minority government. With the FDP's withdrawal, Germany is left with a minority government, severely limiting its ability to pass crucial legislation. New elections. The likelihood of snap elections in early 2025 increases uncertainty, potentially delaying economic reforms and budget approvals. Investor confidence. Political instability may erode investor confidence, exacerbating the economic slowdown and reducing foreign direct investment, FDI. The German automotive sector, long a symbol of the country's industrial might, is facing a decline due to multiple pressures. EV market competition. German automakers are struggling to compete with Chinese EV manufacturers who are rapidly capturing market share through cost-effective and technologically advanced models. Germany's slow adaptation to EV production is threatening its leadership in the automotive sector. U.S. tariff threats. The return of Donald Trump to the White House signals potential increases in tariffs on German automobiles, which could severely impact exports to one of Germany's largest markets. Supply chain disruptions. The ongoing geopolitical tensions, particularly the war in Ukraine, have disrupted supply chains, affecting the production of key automotive components and driving up costs. Germany's reliance on Russian energy has been a significant vulnerability. Rising energy costs. The Ukraine conflict has led to soaring energy prices, straining German industries and households. Efforts to diversify energy sources have been slow, leaving the country exposed to market volatility. Green transition. The collapse of the coalition complicates Germany's ambitious plans to transition to renewable energy. With the Greens out of power, there is uncertainty over the country's ability to meet its climate goals. Germany's over-regulated business environment and outdated digital infrastructure are major impediments to growth. Companies frequently cite excessive bureaucracy as a barrier to innovation and expansion. Investments in digitalization are urgently needed to enhance productivity and competitiveness. Germany's demographic landscape is changing rapidly, with the country facing a significant aging population and a shrinking workforce. This demographic shift presents multiple challenges: pension system strain. An increasing number of retirees, combined with a declining birth rate, is putting immense pressure on the social security system. The current pension system is unsustainable without significant reforms. Labor market shortages. To maintain economic stability, Germany needs a net influx of 300,000 to 400,000 skilled workers annually. However, restrictive immigration policies and bureaucratic hurdles hinder the country's ability to attract foreign talent. Immigration as a solution. Liberalizing immigration policies and creating a more welcoming environment for skilled migrants could help Germany alleviate labor shortages and support economic growth. Encouraging labor migration, particularly from non-European countries, will be essential to counteract the demographic decline. The election of Donald Trump for a second term is expected to have significant implications for Germany. Trade relations. Trump's protectionist policies, including potential tariffs on German exports, particularly automobiles, could damage Germany's export-driven economy. Economic uncertainty. The unpredictability of Trump's foreign policy may create an environment of uncertainty, leading to reduced investments in Germany and elsewhere. Germany's historically complex relationship with Russia has been further strained by the Ukraine war. Sanctions and energy dependency. Germany's sanctions on Russia, coupled with its efforts to reduce dependence on Russian gas, have led to energy shortages and higher costs. The need for a strategic shift in energy policy is more urgent than ever. Geopolitical tensions. As Germany seeks to balance its support for Ukraine with its economic interests, the potential for increased tensions with Russia remains a concern. To stabilize its economy and restore confidence, Germany's next government will need to focus on the following strategic priorities: loosening the debt. Break. Temporarily relaxing fiscal constraints to fund investments in digital infrastructure, education, and renewable energy is critical to revitalizing the economy. Targeted investments. Prioritizing investments in green technologies, digitalization, and public infrastructure to drive sustainable growth. Incentivizing EV production. Supporting German automakers in their transition to electric vehicles through subsidies, research funding, and public-private partnerships. Countering Chinese competition, strengthening Germany's EV supply chain to reduce reliance on imports and enhance technological competitiveness. Accelerating the green transition, shifting from state-led initiatives to market-driven approaches, such as carbon pricing, to achieve climate targets more efficiently. Diversifying energy sources, investing in renewables and LNG infrastructure to reduce dependency on Russian energy. Streamlining immigration policies. Simplifying the process for skilled migrants to work in Germany, addressing labor shortages in critical sectors like healthcare, IT, and engineering. Attracting global talent, enhancing Germany's attractiveness as a destination for skilled workers by offering incentives and reducing bureaucratic red tape. Germany stands at a critical juncture as it grapples with political instability, economic decline, and demographic challenges. The collapse of the traffic light coalition underscores the urgent need for political consensus and bold economic reforms. With the global landscape shifting due to Trump's return, the Ukraine war, and intensifying competition in key industries, Germany must act swiftly to secure its future. The upcoming elections in early 2025 will be decisive in determining whether Germany can navigate its current crises and regain its footing as a global economic leader. The next government must prioritize investments in digitalization, education, and green technologies, while also addressing the country's demographic challenges through progressive immigration policies.